the older Ralph Macchio movie. Like he exists.
The Karate Kid is real in you, son.
Yeah, dog. It looks like he had way too much cocaine after the show before Netflix hit.
Wax on, wax off, Daniel-san.
All right, welcome to the podcast. Today we have a special guest, RC, who is a officer in the state of Virginia, and can't say what county he's from or anything like that. So what's going on, RC?
Ooh, slamming down.
You know, just hanging out. Yeah, slamming down the Dr. Pepper. That's where we're at in my life.
All right, man. So how long have you been a cop?
Going on 10 years now.
10 years?
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, since I was 18, bro.
Damn. Damn.
I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, me too, dog.
No, 10 years. 10 years.
You were past all that from the police academy? You just...
Damn, 10
Yep,
years.
I have lived a monk's life for 10 years, minus the beer.
Dude, that's wild. Well, congrats, bro. That's dope.
Appreciate it, man.
So,
only 15 more to retire and get out of this hellhole.
nice. So you told me a rough estimate on how much you make. So how much does a 10-year police officer make?
Ooh, let me guess.
You guess. Go ahead.
Okay. Are we talking before or after taxes?
Before. Everything's gross, bro.
All right, before. 10-year cop. I'm gonna say it's like it's shit. Then I'm gonna say it's like 47.
I'm gonna say 85.
It's like a school teacher.
I know what it is, so I'm not saying.
Starting with no certification. Certifications matter. Certifications and college degrees. Especially in the state of Virginia, they're very set on qualification to do your job in Virginia. That's why we don't have, George Floyd's and things like that in the state, because you have to be good at your job. Starting out, it depends on whether you work for a small county or a big county, really, because Nova pay affects us as well. Starting pay, not Nova, is about 40 grand, 35 to 40,000.
That ain't too
10
bad.
years and 10 years and the certifications I have gotten me to around 80. That's including overtime and degrees and certification.
That's pretty
Hey, I know a
dope.
job field where you can make more than that.
Bro, the way things have been heading south for us, the way it's been going, I've been looking. The hard part is law enforcement catches a lot of crap.
Oh yeah.
But you build a good camaraderie. You build really good friendships with people. Those are guys that you could realistically die with. So when you say you got ride or die friends, those guys you work with are it.
Right.
So, and there's not really anything else you can do aside from joining the military that kind of has that same thing going on.
Fair enough.
True that.
That's true. That's a good point.
All right, so Ryan, with legalization hitting Virginia, well, they're doing their amendments on the bill right now to finalize and pass it. What's going to be the stipulations for just your regular dude out there who likes to buy some marijuanas before it actually becomes
legal? There's a lot of
unknowns.
There's a lot of unknowns right now. As you're probably well aware, it's still going to be federally illegal.
Yeah.
But inside the state lines, there's nothing, unless you're carrying huge weight, there's nothing feds are going to do about it.
Right.
My professional estimate would be, anything up to an ounce is going to be considered personal use, and you won't be charged. Essentially, what it's going to turn into, right now in the Commonwealth, it's a drunken public is a civil fine. You pay $25, you go to court, you pay your court costs, and you're done. You can prepay it.
Right.
That's what it is right now in Virginia. It's a certain fine for a certain dollar amount. You pay your court costs and it's done. It doesn't stay on your criminal history. But once it's legalized, I'm sorry, I'm backtracking here. I'm just trying to, go step by step with to make it clear.
You good?
Once it's legalized, it's gonna become to the point where it's gonna be like alcohol, in my opinion. Virginia doesn't have an open container law, We already really can't search vehicles just based on the smell unless a canine runs the vehicle.
That's good to know.
But once it's legalized, I would think. I mean, that's not a state law. That's just certain agencies' policy on that.
Right.
So can I butt in real quick, Ryan?
Yeah.
Because I live obviously in Chicago, Illinois, so it's been legal for, I would say, coming up to a year now. And before marijuana was legalized, if a cop pulled you over, apparently, and they caught you smoking and driving, it wasn't a DUI. Now it is a DUI just because it's legal, and it's just like you said. Just like you said, they're probably gonna treat it the same way as booze. So,
DUI.
same.
A DUI is mainly the officer's observations. Like you can arrest somebody for DUI for alcohol, for example, if they blow a .02, where .08 is the legal limit, but if they blow a .02 and they're acting like they're hammered, their driving behavior was crap. They were on the other side in the other lane, swerving, speeding, slowing down, brake checking.
Let's say you pull someone over for going like 20 over the limit and they're smoking, but they weren't driving like they were crazy high. Would you just give them a speeding ticket, or would you give them a speeding ticket and a DUI?
It's on the observation of the officer. That's where we have discretion. If your speech is slurred and you can barely stand,
right,
and you pissed yourself or things like that, obviously we can't let you continue to drive a vehicle.
Blunt in the hand.
Yes, but like it falls back to you own it. So if you pull somebody over for driving behavior and they show you those symptoms of a DUI, and you don't arrest them and they go kill a family of 3, that's on you at that point because you had a duty to act and you didn't.
So the officer who previously pulled over that person could get charged in that case?
I'm not sure of the specifics on that, but the family who was killed could sue you and you would be liable for it because you have a duty to act.
Right,
so that's why a lot of cops, everybody's like, oh, they're dicks. When I got a DUI, he was a dick. No, it's because you think we're going to let you off and we can't.
I mean, I got a DUI and my cop was cool.
Yeah, a lot of us are cool.
The
but
state trooper was an asshole.
Yeah, they
always are.
Always the trooper. Trooper's going to troop.
Nebraska, though. I thought they'd all be all right.
Trooper's going to troop.
I
thought I was going home on that one until he showed up.
So what you're saying is, if you get pulled over and you got weed on you, don't act belligerent.
It doesn't behoove you to act belligerent anytime you're pulled over.
And also don't act like you're hiding anything.
All cops really want is for you to be cool, because if you're cool, most of us will be cool with you. And we give what you give. It's a street thing. You show respect, I'll show respect. But if you want to be shitty, I'll be shitty. Except my shitty can get a lot worse than your shitty can.
Get way more shitty.
Oh yeah.
So what happens if you pull up to Sheetz and you see the purchase of some marijuana's going down in the parking lot? What would happen
once it's
to
legalized?
In between? Yeah, as of right now.
As of right now, you just do you walk up, you just speak to him. It's just gonna walk and talk. You saw it, obviously, so you can detain both people at that point.
Now, what if they just tell you he's like, oh, I just gave it to him for free? Would you
still distribution? There doesn't have to necessarily be funds for it to be distribution.
Right. So how are they looking at? Go ahead, Danny.
So giving weed to anybody of any amount is considered distribution.
Yeah,
it's not. There's a lot of gray areas in our government.
It is. Where we're fortunate, as compared to other states, is that we're a commonwealth state. So we have a lot of common law, which helps make things black and white. Like burglary, for instance, in the state of Virginia, burglary has to. The only, you think somebody just runs in a house, steals some shit in the daylight, it's burglary, right? In the state of Virginia, it has to be nighttime, and the dwelling has to be occupied. in order for it to be burglary.
So is it
Because
just
it's
Not
theft?
like breaking and entering and larceny.
Yes. It's 2 separate charges, but if you do it at night, it's just burglary, which has a felony enhancer.
Felony enhancer.
There are
So if you plan on
multiple-
robbing somebody, make sure they're gone and do it in the daytime.
Oh my god.
and then again, it depends on what you steal.
And make sure the door's unlocked.
The amount worth, keep it under 500.
It's unlawful entry. The door's unlocked.
I don't know. I'm sure we can bring somebody on the show next week who can tell us all about their experience with that.
Next week's episode, the other side of the law.
Yeah,
No, but
that episode.
I mean, even with the other side of the law, like there are guys who I've arrested I respect. Like it's all it is. It's a giant game. They do dirty. We try to catch them. We catch them. They get out. They learn something. They do dirty, but they do it more secret. And then we catch them again. It's just a game, cat and mouse the whole time. And there are guys that I genuinely like that we arrest. Because not everyone who gets arrested is a bad person,
Right.
or just automatically a criminal. Some of them are good people. Yeah, good people in bad circumstances will do bad things. And it behooves you as a police officer to understand that.
Right? I wish that a police officer, well, that game warden that got me and TJ would have been a little bit chiller.
Oh, game wardens don't care.
Bruh.
They don't care.
No shit.
Dog.
They sit.
He hit us with the book.
Like-
They tried to give us jail time for a simple possession charge of a
Think about what
roach
they
like
do.
that.
They sit in the woods all day, in the woods with no one, waiting for someone to fuck up. You were their opportunity.
Bruh.
I mean, he wasn't in the woods per se. He came from the highway.
He came from the parking
I
lot.
get where you're going with it, but yeah, no. I've seen him once at a Chipotle.
They gotta eat too. They don't live off the little rabbits they catch.
He should.
He needs to lose some weight. Fat bastard. God. I was so mad about that situation.
You're tilted. You're Tilly. God, he got you tilted.
Bruh,
Dude,
they
didn't
tried to
didn't
give
I
us
shatter my
90.
amplifier in McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah, they
after
tried to give
that?
us 90 days jail time for that shit. And then they're like, all right, well, we'll give you probation and suspend the 90 days jail time, so don't fuck up.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you show up to court and there's 3 little baggies of evidence. And 2 people. 'Cause
One fled the
whatever
state.
her name was like, oh, the charges in Ohio are not as bad as this, so I'm going back.
Oh, yeah, because she got hit with an open container of alcohol, too.
Yeah, and I think also
Because I gave her that
No.
Jaeger.
Wait, were we 21 yet?
No, we were 20.
Yeah, so I think
Oh, those hurt.
there's
Those
also
hurt.
potential for that.
So
I know
now
I
you
hopped
can
that
get it
Ford
for
Loco in the
cigarettes.
woods.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the good old days.
Dog,
Were
that
you to be
sucks.
18?
That sucks for everyone that was like 19, 20 before they
Yeah.
changed the law and changed the law right afterwards.
You can thank our lovely governor for that.
Well, see, the whole cigarette thing, a lot of people I know that were still smoking even after the fact because they would just go to the same place and they wouldn't even, like, typically once you kind of go to the same place enough, they just tend to not ID you.
Yeah, but when, Ahmed gets replaced with Abdul's going to start fucking carding you.
Hey, man, all those guys care about is the bottom line of that 7-Eleven. Don't you worry about
No
that.
doubt.
Dog, all I'm
No
saying
doubt.
is 7-Eleven cards me every fucking time and they know who I am and everything, but they're like, our system won't let us sell it without scanning an ID. Go to fucking Sheets.
That's horseshit.
Nah, they've got it set up at that 7-Eleven to where they can't do a sale unless they scan an ID for a tobacco
I
product.
think that's 7-Eleven everywhere.
I think the last time I got ID'd was in 2000, or with the passport at
Bro, that's because you look like a 40-year-old biker.
But like
you
I
look
go,
like you kill somebody over your old lady.
I go to
Like,
Sheets.
Nobody's gonna card you.
I go to Sheets, no matter who it is. Scan the jewel pods, hand them to me. I'm off on my day. No ID, no nothing, no second glance. And I'm like, yo, all right, Sheets. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
7-Eleven's like, I gotta scan your ID. I'm like, bro, just look at it.
Well, isn't the law anyone that like not the law, but like the thing is anyone that looks under 35?
Yeah.
I think that's the age.
When I looked at
I think it's
Walgreens, it was
35.
40.
Yeah,
I know
35,
they
40.
say
Well, I'm in
for-
Minnesota. I think Minnesota's is 35.
I know they say it says that on that little placard, like for
Out front of the
alcohol.
store.
They'll say like we ID anybody that's on. We ID everybody, but they pretty much say like if you look like you're over.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to be a dick when I said that. It's
If
just
you look like a squeaker.
I don't get carded because I look older than that.
I don't.
Oh no, I mean I get it. Like I look straight at homeless. Like, I know where I stand in like what you look like.
Yeah, but no one. But I bet no dudes I fuck you though. They're like, this guy will cut me, so I'm just gonna.
He said, "No, dudes, I fuck you."
I literally walk into somewhere and everybody just looks at the fucking ground.
They're like, oh, he's either a gang member or he'll stab me. So either way, I get stabbed.
That old man at Sheets was not intimidated, or not at Sheets, at Applebee's.
Oh, bro, dude, yeah. Let's talk about this fucking story.
Every great story starts with this one time at Applebee's on $2 margarita night.
No
like,
bullshit.
Every fucking story.
So one night we go to Applebee's, right? And we're sitting across from this.
This was like a reoccurring.
Hold on, I'm gonna start from the first night, all right? So we're sitting across from the bar. You know, the bar at Applebee's is like a half a rectangle, right? Horseshoe. And we're sitting on one side of the horseshoe. This old dude, bruh, looking like the old man from Up, lost 10 pounds and got super creepy, sitting across from us at the bar, right?
Yeah.
And bruh, dog, I swear, every time I look up that way to look at the TV, this motherfucker's eye fucking me with his eyes. And I'm like, bro, is this dude staring at us like the whole time? Danny's like, I don't know. He is. DJ's like, no, he's not. He's watching the TV. Leave it alone.
I'm just giving
All right.
the benefit of the doubt.
And he just continues to fucking stare at us the whole fucking night, and we leave. All right.
I mean, he looked like an escaped dementia patient. Like if
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
be
A week later,
Applebee's.
a
like
week,
he stumbled upon there from an assisted living.
a week fucking later, we go back to Applebee's. Motherfucker from Up's there again. This time, we're like 4 or 5 seats away from him, watching the TV. Catch this motherfucker looking at me again.
Well, you remember what the best night was, right? It was when he was actually sitting behind you, looking through your fucking head.
Bro, dude, I felt it. I felt it.
The dude's sitting in like the corner, and there was like quite a few people there at the time, so we're like sitting like I think it's like 1 seat away from the guy.
Bruh,
And so
dude.
he's just sitting there, like this, just
Does
looking.
he just-
Have you guys?
Sam's head.
Bro.
Have you guys ever?
Just sits there
considered
by
that, like,
himself. The
maybe-
bartender's like, he's a weird motherfucker. Okay, so back to the current night, right? We're back there, and he's like 4 or 5 seats away from us. Motherfucker staring hard as fuck again, just shooting daggers straight into our soul.
Cute.
Bruh, we're like,
That's what
Bruh,
Sam's little swoosh.
I'm like, bruh, let this motherfucker try something. DJ's like, what the fuck, ever? Shut up. I'm going to the bathroom. DJ gets up, goes to the bathroom. This motherfucker hops up off his little bar stool so goddamn quick and follows DJ to the bathroom.
Old man should not be able to move that fast for how old he looks.
He doesn't use the pisser.
He just walked in there behind DJ, dog.
DJ walks out, shaking his fucking head like, this motherfucker.
In the bathroom, just like what, stood there and stared at you while you're.
And then he walks out.
Like by the time I got in there, like when I got in there, by the time he like got to the door, it was like one of those like I had to piss, but it was just quick. So I like go in there. As soon as I like turn, he's like walking in. Door shuts. I'm like, yep. I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
I was gonna kill me. Fuck.
As soon as DJ walks out, like 10 seconds later, old motherfucker walks out behind him, sits back down in his seat, starts fucking staring again.
Dude, he's old. He has incontinence.
Bro.
Before like all this happened, Sam's like, we might have to fight this motherfucker.
Sam's already picturing the fisticuff going down.
Bro, I'm ready.
Thing or what?
Like 3
Nah.
young dudes and one old ass
Just
man.
fucking
Like,
sat
you're
there
gonna
and
fight
stared. Followed DJ in the bathroom.
You're gonna fight a geriatric? Seriously? Like,
We're probably giving him flashbacks.
Bro, if the motherfucker follows me in the bathroom and tries to grab up on my hang dang, we're throwing hands.
Bro, all you gotta do is,
he's probably a nom.
dude, helicopter and run. Helicopter and run.
TJ said he was probably in Nam getting flashbacks.
That's what I'm saying. He's a Vietnam War vet, bro.
Yeah, it's about the fucking last episode of Cobra Kai. Shit, bro, like he's ready.
Oh man. Oh, bro.
Fuck
Yeah,
that shit.
Applebee's.
That old man, bro.
Decent food, cheap drinks, creepy old dudes.
Because that was even that one night. That was when I literally told John, I was like, "Yo, I'm out. Like, go ahead and pay.
Dude,
I'm gonna pay."
Every town's biggest shithole is the Applebee's. I don't even know why you continue to go there.
No, the biggest shithole in closest to my town would have to be Fats.
Bro, I love Fats. You shut your whole mouth.
You can't argue the fact though that that's just a cesspool.
No.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you're down for like high school reunion week after week,
you're right. You're right though. I met like 5 people from middle school and high school, and I was like,
you reunited with,
and it
And
sounds
it
so
feels
good.
so good.
Fall down on the floor and now you gotta go get a tetanus shot.
No, they use all the Fabuloso in the world. Have you smelled that place?
Yeah,
Fabuloso.
honestly, it's not that bad. It's just not a place for me.
I'm not trying to go.
Yeah, I
hang
mean,
out
I
in
wouldn't
high
eat the
school
food
again.
there, but the beer's good.
I know that they're usually open on holidays.
Yeah, so if you're single, come get drunk. Fuck.
So, Ryan,
What's up,
RC,
buddy?
how?
Oh yeah, you fucked that all up.
That
No one
actually
knows.
John did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
way earlier.
John
But
was the very
anyway.
first person when he was like, "Hey, Ryan."
All
Just first time Dom started talking was just fucked it all up.
right, RC. So,
right, no,
when do
I
you
didn't.
think the first pot farms are going to be popping up?
I mean, I would say 6 months to a year after it's legalized completely. And you gotta have a business plan, gotta get a loan, gotta have the money. I mean, it's
Now,
unless the hemp farms that are already here just transition.
yeah.
Don't they have medical farms too?
I'm not sure of any around me, but there might be.
I know of one in the Northern Virginia area. But that's all I can say.
Why would you even say that?
Because I've got the power.
I've got the power to end this podcast.
So, like, what about personal growing?
That I'm sorry, someone was trying to call me. That I'm not sure about. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure about. Because it's still taxed. I mean, it's actually really hard to
Damn
grow.
right, that shit's taxed. Shit's expensive as fuck right now.
What? Is,
Weed.
oh,
That I don't know because you got to jump through a lot of hoops to even be able to have a tobacco farm anymore. So I'm sure that's going to be a pain to be able to grow your own stuff. But if it's should, in my opinion, it probably will still be illegal to grow your own personal because you're not certified to you're not a farm, you're not a distributor.
Right.
A legal tax distributor. That's just my opinion. I don't know how it's going to work. This is just a cacophony of bullshit right now that everybody's trying to figure out. So once
Right.
everything's figured out, we'll have Staker. Please fix that. That is loud. That is fucking loud.
We heard that clearer than we heard you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll fix it.
But I don't know what's gonna happen. It's like the Wild West, man.
So
I know what I can judge things of how they might go from my experience in law enforcement,
right.
but that's what I feel would happen because the only reason they're going to legalize it is so they can make money off of it. If they're not making money off of it, it's somehow going to still be illegal.
They're 100% going to make money off of it. That's guaranteed.
That's why they do it. That's it. They don't do it because they want to be a cool state or I want to be the governor that did this. They do it because they know that the economy is about to be crap because everybody's getting, our great grandchildren's money with these stimulus checks.
Right.
So it's going to pump a lot of money back into the state economy. They're not doing it to be cool, but if they're not making money off that transaction, you can bet your ass it's probably still going to be illegal.
So, what would be the steps for a person to take to become legal? Would it be smart to try and take those steps now, or wait until it's more stamped out?
I'm a cop, not a business owner, bro.
Well,
I would be wise probably to go ahead and get your LLC or your business license to own a business and operate a business. Go ahead and start getting your business plan together if that's what you want to do. And then once it's legalized, present it to someone who can give you a business loan. But the problem is you have to have a 5-year plan because your first 5 years you're going to be negative. You're going to lose more money than you're going to make. So they're going to want to see you have money back already that can keep you afloat as collateral if their loan fails. But I would start now. Just start planning now if that's what you're going to do, and then go forth with that.
So I should also get a lawyer.
Yes. Yes. I probably could have kept it simple and just say ask your lawyer, but
yeah. But so like random stops now, like they can't search your car based off the smell.
No random stop.
Well, you know what I mean. Traffic stop, minor traffic infraction stop, whatever it may be. Marijuana smell is no longer a reason for search unless you have a canine.
Well, legally, yes, it's still a reason for search, but different agencies do different things.
Gotcha.
Like I smell weed, I'm searching your car, bro. I don't care. I'm searching your car.
I need it. I gotta have it.
And if you got a little bit, we'll work on that. Like it's not worth me seizing it for a $25 fine. But if you got a lot, that's what I'm looking for.
So
no cop gives a crap about that little bit of weed you got in your pocket.
So you still take it, and then we still have to pay the $25 fine. Do we get reimbursed the fee that we paid for it?
And no, it gets. I think their plan. I think the governor's plan is to annul the previous charges.
So all right.
To wipe it away.
Okay.
Quick question for you.
What's up?
If say I get pulled over with like a quarter on me,
they're taking it.
They're taking it.
Yeah.
Why?
Until it's fully legal, yeah, they're taking it. They're seizing it. Hey, but in some of these like
so you got to pay $70 plus $25 for nothing.
Hey, some of these backwater counties like down south, they might just wind test that shit. Like throw it in the air if it blows in the wind. Up, it's weed. Have a good day.
What? Wind test?
Wind test.
You
take the weed out of the bag, you put it in your palm, and you say you're going to jail if this is weed. If the wind blows it, it's weed, and they just throw it in the air, and it hits the ground, and they say have a good day because now the weed doesn't exist.
So at that point, do you have to pull off before the police officer does?
No, just fucking leave. I don't know.
No. Can I wait? Can I wait and the police officer drive away so I can get out my fucking car and go grab that shit before it gets too wet?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know how that fucking works. I've never done it.
Because dog,
I've been hear stories of old timers doing that.
I've been pulled over before
and walking away.
I've been pulled over before.
Not even saying anything, just throwing it away and walking away.
I've been pulled over before, and I didn't want the cop behind me after leaving from the stop, so I would try to wait for the cop to go, but the motherfucker flashed his lights at me and told me to go.
No, that's because if your dumbass doesn't go before I do, I can't block the road for you. And if you get T-boned by a car pulling out after I leave, it's my fault.
I'm Tokyo drifting this motherfucker.
Yeah, until you're not.
Yeah, just don't put it on sport mode.
Hey now, that was one time.
One time was enough for me to white knuckle the old shit handle.
I pinched a hole out the back seat.
And I've never wrecked my own car.
Just fine.
Damn old Dippin' Dots.
Just DJs.
Yep, it's fine.
But you can blame that one on old Ivan for giving me the directions too late.
I've never been.
And your bald ass fucking tires, super racing slicks.
Hey, we got down there with them racing slicks.
We also got in with their left front end fucked up
I
too.
got stopped in a parking lot. I was in Arlington Heights at like 3 in the morning. I did a complete illegal turn. I drove in the other lane. I was going to back to my hotel, and he was sitting across the street with no lights on. And he pulled me over in the hotel parking lot.
A lot of people would say that's your white privilege, buddy.
How's that white privilege? I still got a fucking ticket.
You don't understand.
I've never been pulled over. Period.
That's your Asian privilege.
I've never gotten pulled over driving.
Asian can't drive. What do you mean Asian?
There's no such thing as Asian privilege.
Here, let me tell you.
Shit out of him for the past year. What do you mean Asian privilege?
Get that railroad priority.
Hey now.
Damn it.
Where is my 40 acres and my mule?
Bro, so is the Chinese restaurant in B-Town still open?
Yes.
Dude, that's not even Chinese, bro. They're Mexicans cooking Chinese food.
Bruh,
That's
the
not-
owner of that place is Chinese. The family that runs it is Chinese.
the people who cooking it ain't, though.
The
So it
person
ain't
that
real.
protects that motherfucker at night with the double barrel shotgun's Chinese.
Those are Koreans. That's different.
But yeah, no, they're still there.
Dope, because the one here shut down. It's
Koreans
disappointing.
are scary.
Osaka.
Dude, rooftop Asians.
Yeah, Koreans are fucking scary.
Whatever, dude. I've been banging out fucking hibachi every week for the last month.
Dog, I'm trying to go get Korean food.
Bro, B-dubs for me. Oh, God, I've eaten so much fucking Buffalo Wild Wings.
Have you ever had Korean food, dog?
Yes, Korean barbecue is the shit.
Good.
It's the only place in the world where you pay a bunch of money and they're like, hey, cook it yourself.
But them cuts of meat are great, though.
They are. Korean barbecue is amazing.
And they're fast. They bring out the food so fast.
Oh, yeah, and can we talk about how Korean ramen is better than Japanese? Like, Nongshim blows Maruchan out of the water.
I like that.
Can't really do the spicy food anymore, but yeah. Staker, have you ever had Korean food?
I do not think so, no.
He doesn't look like a guy who would have Korean food.
You will when you come down, bro. That's gonna be it's where we're taking DJ for his birthday
We need to
dinner.
Figure out what days those are so I can request them off.
Staker already got off. He quit his job.
I can tell you those dates right now.
Sir.
So DJ's birthday is on the 7th, which is
What's your job? What are
Monday.
you doing now?
So we'll do that.
I'll tell you when.
What?
I'll tell you when time's done.
You're just coming down for the weekend, right, Fox?
Well, I guess we work Saturdays too, so I might only be able to get Friday, Saturday off.
But you're off Sunday, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know if am I getting a Monday, Tuesday off, or am I getting a Friday, Saturday off? That's what I want to know.
Friday, Saturday. Because I know DJ's going to be working on his birthday, so.
Is it the 4th and 5th, or is it the 11th and 12th?
4th, 5th, and 6th would be the weekend before DJ's birthday.
Gotcha. Because I'm thinking I might be able to fly in Thursday night and then just fly back Sunday night.
True.
You know, anybody who listens to this podcast don't care about what we're doing on the weekend.
Well, I don't give two
What about
fucks.
what's happening in Texas, Sam?
Oh, bro. Texas is getting ass fucked right now.
No, wait. Fuck all that. I want to know what Dom's doing.
Dom's coming down.
Yeah, last night was my last night there.
Well, I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, almost made 2 years.
Yeah, dog. He quit so he could come down because he wasn't going to get off in June if
That
he
is
worked
not
there.
That's not
Absolutely.
That's how much he cares about you.
Done it, but
He was tired of third shift.
But my gross pay last year was $78,000,
that was it.
which is that.
Work up, DJ.
What are you gonna do?
I'm also
You gonna be a stay-at-home dick?
You what?
Nah, he's about to
What do you
take over
go-
that family business and start an East Coast operation.
Oh, he said my girl made 78. I figured he'd be like stay-at-home.
No,
dick
he
or
said
something.
my gross.
I made 78.
Oh shit!
I thought you said my girl made 78 is what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was like,
That's what I.
My bad. But anyways,
I'd fucking love to be
Miranda's
CEO.
making that much?
my
Shit.
dad building like not too long ago, so just figured it was the right time to fucking.
You want to go ahead and throw a plug out there for the family business?
Because I was working nights just at like a warehouse and shit. It was union, it was all right, but it's like
I mean, unions are right in Chicago. Sucks
What?
dick out here. Said union's cool in Chicago. Out here, it's a joke.
Dude, unions around here are fucking assholes.
Hey,
everything.
Vince, what's up,
That's what
buddy?
everybody that I've met. That's like every job I've ever been on out of town.
There's
that's
some comments in the
Chicago, they're
section,
like,
dog.
yeah, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, out here, it's
What?
fucking terrible. Luckily, I'm not part of one, so I don't have to worry about it.
yeah, but then the union fees, and then you got to kiss ass with like the board and shit like that. That's a bunch of politics.
Yeah, I don't kiss no one's ass.
Yeah,
He does the opposite.
He makes people kiss his ass.
No, he shits in their mouth.
Like I
I'm
said,
gonna be honest.
that's another reason why I really didn't want to stay there is because like.
Like old JC from Fairfax. Sorry, go ahead, Dom.
Thank you. In 10 in 10 years, do I want to still be working for someone else or probably be working for myself? I mean, my dad's like 56, 57 probably. Doesn't want to work like past 5 years.
What does he do?
It's irrigation and landscape contracting.
go ahead and throw the plug out there for the family business.
And we just started subletting out. We have 2 union plumbers that also make money for us. So that's why we
The
got,
name of the business.
Excuse me?
Go-
The name of the business.
Go ahead and throw a plug out there.
I'm gonna go watching.
Rainmakers.
Rainmakers in Chicago. If you need any irrigation, plumbing, landscaping, whatever the fuck you need done, call Rainmakers.
Yeah, you hear that, man?
Dominic Staker Mason is your plug right there.
He will clean your pipes.
That's my middle name, Steak.
Yup.
It's
Stalker,
Stacker.
for everyone
Stacker.
else.
It's
Stackers.
Stalker, like everybody else says.
Stalker or Stacker? Nobody says it right.
Bro.
Fuck you, Stacker. You're hacking.
You're fucking trash at this game.
You're trash. Drop shotting. Oh.
No, that's Sam.
Oh, that's Sam. Sorry, didn't mean to throw you under that drop shot bus.
No, he's laying under the bus.
I am the drop shot bus. Staker stupid.
Okay, so now
That was from Vinny Mace in the Twitch chat.
Tell Vince.
So yeah, Texas. Last week they had that 133 car pileup. Like 6 people died or so, and then a lot of people were hospitalized. And now this past week they got hit with another fucking ice storm, fucking busting people's water pipes, killing the power.
I don't know what they did to God, but they need to fix that. Like, that's fucked.
So I did find out one of the things that probably a lot of people have no idea about Texas, in regards to their power.
Their infrastructure sucks.
No, it's not that it sucks. Their infrastructure is not tied into the rest of the grid nationally.
Well, also their infrastructure was not prepared for low temperatures.
Well,
Right.
And
they've
wind
been trying
turbines.
to fucking
But-
secede from the U.S. for ever now.
But the situation would have been a lot different if they were tied in and followed federal regulations that would have alleviated all of that.
Very true.
But
Very
Texas
true.
doesn't like the U.S. very much.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, fuck, I'd move there if I could.
Bro, that shit's
Yeah,
wild. So like, does anyone know the percentage of the state that's out of power right now?
I'd probably like say 80% or like percentage of the state.
Yeah, because I know it's not the whole state that's fucked right
I'd
now.
say it's in the 40s.
40%. Damn, that's rough though.
We need to have a stats guy.
Oh, you had an
Like,
actual
you need to
number.
hire a stats
No.
guy.
Fuck me.
I brought it up because freaking Marcus brought it up earlier when we were discussing it, and I did want to talk about it, but I didn't have information about it because I was more focused on the legalization
So
topic.
Currently, as of 2 days ago, half of our population is without power and water.
Dog, I was seeing pictures and videos where people's basements and floors were just like busted out walls and ceilings with just frozen water coming out of them.
I understand that. Like, I get that your place is flooding, whatever. But the people that are standing there going, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do." Go shut your main water line off.
Well, I mean, then again, their governor like migrated to warmer weather before this happened. Like,
Vacation in Mexico.
His
Yeah.
kids were complaining about being cold for 2 days.
yeah, he bailed out, and then there was some county mayor that was like, "Yo, fuck y'all entitled assholes! Like, you guys deserve nothing."
Are you talking about Ted Cruz?
Yeah.
Well,
He's not the governor.
Mayor,
Senator.
senator.
Greg Abbott's the governor of Texas.
Well,
Oh,
everybody throws Cruz under the bus, anyways.
He's their senator? No, not
Yeah.
senator.
He's
congressman.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
he's some
Well,
type of
senator.
shitty politician.
He bailed out, and then I know some like county mayor told like their population to fuck off, that they didn't deserve anything, that they should take their resources and try to figure out a solution.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
He said something like it's gonna weed out the weak or some shit like that. It was like this long
Staker.
ass post.
Jimmy Christmas.
What do you guys do in cold weather? You guys seem to be handling it pretty well up there.
Who? Me?
Up in Chicago.
And fucking Minnesota.
Dude. fuck
Minnesota.
A collective in the past like 4 or 5 days, probably 18 inches of snow out there, at least.
Our highs were negative for like a week and a half.
It got cold as fuck over here.
Yeah,
Bro.
we had a wind chill of like -50 at one point.
Fuck.
Oh, so my bad. So
It's just
Tim
another Minnesota
Boyd.
winter.
Tim Boyd is the guy's name. He actually resigned yesterday.
Oh.
Good.
Yesterday or
Good.
2 days. Yeah, yesterday or 2 days ago. But just kind of like a snippet of this. He said if you're sitting at home, this is like kind of in the middle of it. He was like, if you're sitting at home in the cold because you have no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because of your lazy is in direct result of your raising. Only the strong will survive and the weak will perish.
Hunger Games.
I can't say that I disagree.
I mean, I get it. I have a wood stove, so shit goes south. You throw wood in the wood stove, and it keeps your house warm.
Come on and move over to the East Coast, Vinny.
What did he say?
On the ground here, dog. What you mean?
He said, screw
Look
this
at fucking
Chicago
snow and
weather.
shit over there.
But not as much as Chicago.
He
I don't
can't.
care. I stepped outside on my sidewalk and slid down it all the way to the road this morning.
Dog, I had fun. It was less walking I had to do to get to my car.
Sam, we need Jake Big Cat on the podcast one of these days. with
Yeah,
that
I want to
Tennessee-
ask him about his military life, bro.
Definitely. He's in Tennessee right now, I think, but he'll be back home. I think he said March.
Is he at the point where he can't have a phone or
No,
access
no.
to social
No,
media?
he has a phone.
Okay, cool. Cool.
He
Dude.
does a lot of office bullshit. That's honestly like the only. I don't know if he's a PO or not, but I know he's in the office a lot.
True.
Yeah. You have to ask him more about it though. Just an idea. I'm sure he'll be down.
So, yeah.
Any sports news, guys?
Texas has been cold, but Minnesota and Chicago have been colder.
JJ Watt to the Bears.
Who?
Bro,
JJ
So-
Watt. His
Let's
wife-
talk about Carson Wentz's deal.
to the Indianapolis Colts.
Dog.
I mean,
To the Colts.
I mean, they
conditional pick.
All right, can I say something?
A
for second?
2022 conditional pick. 4th round.
Well, no, that's conditional. If he plays over a certain amount of snaps, that turns into a second, third.
Second, third?
So,
Second or third.
Oh.
Yeah, it can change depending on how much and how good he
Why
plays.
it's conditional.
so can I say something since we're on a public forum right now,
What's up?
hopefully somebody from the organization will see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody from the Redskins is watching this bullshit.
I swear to God, if Washington signs Fitzpatrick and doesn't let Heineke have a shot,
Bro, I'm with you.
All my shit.
I'm with you. I want Heineke to at least have a chance.
I disagree.
I wouldn't want to put Fitzmagic in that position again. He got so fucked in Miami.
I don't want
No,
Fitzmagic.
Heineke, no, I'm saying if they sign Fitzmagic and then they don't give Heineke the shot, that's bullshit. That is 100% bullshit because they're the same person. They're the same fucking player. Except
Heineke,
one's younger than the
Heineke
other one.
showed out, though.
Don't you dare disrespect the Amish rifle right like that again.
Real. He went to Harvard for fuck's sake.
Fuck the
Bro,
Amish
he's-
rifle.
He is so up and down. He can go from throwing 3 touchdowns to 3 picks. His ups are always comebacks. They're always comebacks because he plays shitty in the first half.
Oh my fucking God.
What?
He threw a touchdown and he went.
Oh man.
So,
Any other news in sports trades for the NFL?
What about the NBA?
No trades.
Want to talk about the NBA All-Star team?
Dude, the NBA sucks. No one's trying to hear about that.
Oh, I enjoy it.
we talking about Utah Jazz, where they went 19-1.
God damn.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Mitch Trubisky MVP next season. Mark my words from Vinny Mace.
Who said that?
Vinny Mace in the chat.
That is such a joke.
Mitch Trubisky is a joke.
What team?
He'll win the Nickelodeon MVP again. That's
Yeah, for being a tune, for an absolute fucking clown.
He's gonna win the MVP on what team?
The Washington Redskins.
There
You
go.
shut your mouth.
Joke. It's a good joke. I don't want that garbage in DC.
Fucking hilarious.
No, I mean, honestly, if anything, they're going to bring in some mid-tier QB that has started somewhere, not a starter currently, and then it's going to be like an open job.
And Heineke will win that job.
100%.
I'm telling you, bro.
I mean, honestly, if he wins it, good for him. But
Yeah.
y'all need to quit dick riding that fucking 5-quarter train that he had.
Yeah.
I mean,
No one's dick riding it because that was Tampa's defense. That was still Tampa's defense.
My brothers, Danny's been against that shit the whole time. The fuck you mean?
Dog, all I'm saying is give him a chance. If he shows out,
Okay,
let him have it.
you got all right, but here's my thing with Fitzpatrick. You got to assign him at least like 1 year, and then you start him. It's almost like a trial run year, and then you always have Heineke in the back pocket because Heineke.
But we might
Franchise tag.
All
right.
If that's the case.
All right, if you want Fitzmagic to come to Washington, franchise tag him. Let him and Heineke compete
Bro, you
for
you can't franchise tag a player you don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, well, either way, sign up for a year contract then.
That's what I'm saying.
And then preseason, let him play it out.
I don't want either of them.
I mean, I don't want
I mean, I'm
Fitzmagic,
fine with Heineke
but
as a backup, like I'm cool with that because he can come in
Dude,
for a game or two.
As long as we have a quarterback, if we have a quarterback that doesn't make mistakes, our defense will win the game for us.
because you know we're not getting
Not
Deshaun
finding one of
Watson.
those.
You know we're not getting Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson to DC. Fuck it.
Deshaun
Dude,
Watson's not going
Washington-
anywhere.
Washington went 7-9 and would clap the Bears.
No, do not get rid of Chase Young. If they get rid of Chase Young, I'm definitely done watching
Washington
Washington.
went 7-9 and would clap the Bears' cheeks,
yeah,
bro.
you guys overperformed by like 5 wins.
All I'm saying is Allen Robinson
We will
might be
clap
ready
the
to-
Bears.
Hey, don't doubt our second half resources, dog.
Your strip club quarterbacks.
No, he's a Steeler now. It's Pittsburgh's problem.
That's good. Yeah, he was a big problem for you guys. I told
Yeah,
Dave
he was an idiot.
dog shit.
He's Jamarcus Russell 2.0. Like,
Ohio State. Sorry, DJ.
Bro,
Ohio State.
if I see somebody say draft Justin Fields, I'm gonna lose my shit because
do not.
I don't want another Ohio State quarterback. Take Ohio State defensive players only, please.
Bro,
Yeah.
we could trade down in the second round and grab Kyle Trask, who's probably going to be really good.
Well, that's what they're talking about doing. I've seen a couple of fucking mock drafts that they said to trade down and get Trey Lance. is one of
You're
them.
not going to be able to get half of the NFL needs a quarterback right now. They're all going to go early, and the only one that's going to be on the outside of that is going to be Trask, and Trask is a fucking monster.
Which one was he from? What college?
Florida.
BYU. What's that guy's name? from
Zach
BYU?
Wilson.
Him too.
Yeah.
Or the North Dakota State quarterback also.
Well,
Well, apparently Zach Wilson's falling on draft boards because he said some out of pocket shit. I don't know what he said, but
Called out last year though.
I'm one of ballsy quarterback.
where do y'all think Trevor
bro,
Lawrence
he's a
is going?
Mormon. Of course, he's going to say some out of
Trevor
pocket
Lawrence is going
shit.
to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville?
That's locked up.
Do you think they're gonna trade him?
No, I don't know. They have to get offered a shit ton and a fucking Pro Bowl quarterback right now for that
You
pick.
gotta realize you 100% know Jacksonville used them drafting Trevor Lawrence to get Urban Meyer to come coach them.
Oh yeah, you know that's why.
You automatically know they're picking him. Because
Could
they
you
know-
imagine?
College quarterback and the best college coach they
Could-
could fucking get.
Could you imagine?
Fucking team
Could
together.
could you imagine if they hired Urban Meyer and he drafts Justin Fields #1? Oh
Bro.
my god!
Bruh, this mock
Oh
draft
my-
I'm looking at is saying Jaguars is gonna be picking up Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields.
No,
I
they don't have the
see
draft
how.
capital for that.
They only have the #1 pick, Sam.
Not on this draft list, they don't.
What do they have? Oh, that might be if somebody traded like
Well, this is NBC Sports mock draft list. They got Trevor Lawrence going to Jaguars first. Pine Sewell going to Jets.
That's the best tackle in the game. Best tackle out of college.
They got Jamar
Oregon.
Chase going to Dolphins.
Dude, the Dolphins
Houston.
have like 3 first-round picks. I'm pretty sure it's 2 or 3 first-round picks.
Why do they say via Houston?
Because that's where they got the trade from.
Okay. Then Greg Rousseau's supposed to go to the Falcons.
Good end. He's from Miami, right?
Yeah, Rashawn Slater to the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Farley to the Eagles at 6. Then they have Devontae Smith to the Lions at 7.
Devontae Smith's going to be a monster.
Then they have Justin Fields going to the Panthers at the 8th pick.
Really?
I wouldn't.
So they've got Panthers getting 2 QBs in the first round.
No, you said the Panthers and then the Jaguars.
Oh, was it the Jaguars?
Yeah, it's the Jaguars picking up Trevor Lawrence in #1.
Oh, yep. My fault.
So I'm not. Do you guys know? I'm not going to ask and see if you know who he is. But what do you think of Kyle Pitts out of Florida? The tight end. Dude, he could easily be a receiver.
He's skinny?
If you don't know who he is, look up his highlights. Kyle Pitts. And that's a lot of the reason Kyle Trask was so good.
And then at the 9th pick, they got Zach Wilson going to the Broncos.
Makes sense. They need everybody over there.
And then
Drew Horse Cocklock.
Patrick Surtain, the 2nd, going to the Cowboys.
No.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Micah Parsons going to the Giants at 11.
He's good.
J.C. Horn to the 49ers at 12.
Davis, Ryan, or RC.
And then your tight end, Kyle Pitts, going to the Chargers at 13.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts is going to be a steal. Whoever gets him is going to have a Tony Gonzalez type player for
Woody
10
Page, supposedly going to the Vikings.
If he's playing tight end in the NFL, he's gonna have to bulk up. That's for damn sure.
Then they got
No, that dude is so fucking athletic.
DJ, where's Justin Fields going?
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably nowhere. We're talking about Ohio State quarterbacks in the NFL.
they got Zaven Collins going to the Patriots at spot 15. Christian Barmore, huh?
NBC, I think.
NBC.
Yeah, NBC. Christian Barmore going to the Cardinals, the 16th pick, and then Carlos Basham Jr. going to the Raiders. Jeremiah Owusu-Karama going to the Dolphins.
There you go.
Trey Lance going to Washington.
That's a mistake.
You think so?
That's a mistake.
Quarterback in the first round.
Bro, he played for North Dakota State. Who'd he play against?
Play for North Dakota State.
They're saying it would be a proactive move
Look
for
at Carson
Washington.
Wentz.
He went to the Super Bowl.
Carson
Yeah,
Wentz
he
is
was-
trash.
He's trash now, but
Lance
his
competed-
first couple years were pretty solid.
I blame that on the coaching staff and then the fucking them drafting a goddamn Jalen Hurts right fucking.
Okay, so Lance competed in less than 20 college games, and he essentially sat out 2020 season.
Sounds like fucking Dwayne Haskins.
His impressive
Wentz is
2019
pretty solid.
campaign where he won the FCS National Championship, their team went 16-0.
Yeah, I mean, I get there. So actually, wait, we'll go ahead and take this one running.
Tom Brady kisses his kids. How he kisses the Lombardi. So says Vince Mason in the chat.
I mean,
Hey, I got a fucking funny story for you about Ohio State quarterbacks.
let's hear it.
So, the best quarterback that's probably ever come out of Ohio State was Tom Tupa, and he was so fucking bad they made him a punter. I mean, Ohio State quarterbacks are some trash. I don't know what it is with the.
So the whole thing with like college quarterbacks at a top level, most of them nowadays are garbage because they have no need to read a defense whatsoever.
They have no pro. They don't have a pro system.
Right. So you're asking quarterbacks that have no real experience in a pro system that literally translates to the next level and do shit. I'm not talking about just Ohio State. I'm talking about
I don't know. Tua
But
was a perfect
you-
example of that. Like he could make plays, but he couldn't read the defense for shit.
But you got to look. You also got to look at colleges that run pro offense styles that have shitty quarterback history. Like USC, they run a pro style offense, but their quarterbacks are always trash too.
who's the last one that had that was any good? Matt Leinart?
No, they had what's his fucking
Sanchez?
name?
Mark Sanchez.
No, there was somebody after Mark Sanchez.
No, what's his face that plays for the Jets now? He's with
Sam
USC.
Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
Oh.
Juju.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, but how many first round quarterbacks that play for big programs have really translated well to the NFL?
Andrew
Peyton
Luck
Manning.
got broken
Andrew Luck.
until he got broken.
He would have been fine if he just didn't get hit.
Joe Burrow until Washington wrecked his knee.
Joe Burrow was an Ohio State quarterback. Thank you very much.
No, he was not. He was an LSU quarterback.
Where's his degree from?
Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go.
That's petty as shit.
For 3 years.
The first
That's
time
a petty-
DJ can
that's a
fucking
petty
use this
argument.
in a real argument.
It's accurate though.
First time DJ can use this in a real argument. He got his degree from Ohio State.
that was petty.
I've had, dude. My dad said the same thing when he said something about Joe Burrow, and I was like, "Oh, the Ohio State quarterback." He's like, he went to LSU, and I was like, "Yeah, for 1 season."
But that's what got him drafted.
That is.
Well, I mean, it's not wrong.
Smoking a cigar in the locker room is an ultimate flex move.
All right, DJ. So what's wrong with Trey Lance going to Washington?
Vince just said the Bears just signed QB Hugh Janis.
Better than what they have starting.
Yeah, throw his ass in there. Fuck it.
No, actually, quick question then. So, if there's an issue with somebody from North Dakota State potentially going to Washington, what is the difference between him and Heineke? At all?
There's no real difference except for Heineke broke every FCS record for his division when he played quarterback at Old Dominion.
How big is Heineke? What's his stat? Like his weight and his height?
He's 5'8", like 185
He's
pounds,
little.
something like that.
Okay. Do you really think he's going to survive 16-game season in the NFL? Ripped to shreds.
You don't know how many times he hit fucking leg day.
Well, regardless,
Bro, I'm telling you, there's
Herbert instead of Tua.
Oh, 100%. They're taking Justin Herbert.
there's like
Steal on that one, bud.
when you watch a lot of
Quarterbacks going, we might as well take this guy.
yeah, when you've played football and you've watched football and you know it, there's like this you can't fathom it or put it into a box. There are certain players that are ballers.
Okay, so Ryan,
They're not the most physically gifted. They're blue chip. They just ball. And Taylor Heineke is one of those guys.
Dude,
all
you
right,
need
He's
to
not
RC.
blue chip.
be Russell Wilson talented if you're going to be a small body quarterback, and I don't think.
I consider him more of a Ryan Leaf.
I do
All
have
right.
another question because I get like the intangible conversation because that's said about a lot of QBs that don't translate to the next level. That just get drafted because of that factor. Is it something you can't really check off in a box?
Yeah.
So, what makes it different that he should be like this superstar starter at Washington when he couldn't cut it anywhere else?
No, I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar starter.
No,
I'm saying
that
if you
because a lot of like not like just in this conversation, but like you'd be surprised on how many people commentate. on,
Well,
like,
maybe
their
he's
ball
just
or this.
just now hitting his prime.
What makes you
What-
think
what-
that a college quarterback coming in can't beat him out in camp?
I mean,
And if he does, he
you gotta-
does. I just said give him a
but you-
chance.
You also have to look at players like Kurt Warner that was bagging groceries before he came back to the NFL, or Doug Flutie, who was undersized and didn't play a snap in the NFL before he played in the AFL. Like there are certain players that can do that, so you got to give him a chance. You can't just sign Fitzpatrick and be like, "Fuck Heineke." You have to give him a shot because then you'll never know.
All right, so Ryan, what's your issue with Trey Lance?
No.
My issue with Trey Lance is he's not accurate. If you watch any of his tape, he's not accurate at all. He's freakishly athletic, but his accuracy is he's gonna get picked 3 or 4 times a game in the NFL. He has the arm strength, but not the head on his shoulders to make the good throws. Heineke compared to him. Heineke was throwing. He doesn't have arm strength, so he was throwing the ball before the receivers even made their cut. You heard Tom Brady say it. What a fucking amazing throw! Like he knows the system. He was the only quarterback in ODU history, or Division II history, that could read all 5 reads in under 2 seconds. He knew it.
Damn.
The dude is smart. Like you have to look at things like that. And Trey Lance he's going to look at one read, pull the ball down and run, or he's going to look at one read and he's going to be just like Haskins, except Haskins was too fucking slow to run.
I do like how Heineke has the ability to move out of the pocket and still have his eyes down the fucking field without getting sacked.
Yes. He was, as someone who watched him play at ODU, dude was god tier.
Dom's like, stop dick riding Heineke.
But he's dick riding Trubisky. I don't want to fucking hear it.
No, Dom dick rides Tom Brady.
We're jerking off this man because of one playoff game. Pretty much an anomaly.
I'm not.
I just said give him a shot.
All I'm saying is,
all right.
About the intangibles for a quarterback.
Jalen Mayfield to the Bears at pick 20. How do you feel about that? Jalen Mayfield, offensive lineman from Michigan.
Makes sense. It's terrible. Every GM should be looking at their offensive line after that horrendous Super Bowl we just watched.
Dude, that was terrible.
Yes.
That was the worst offensive line performance I've ever seen.
I'm willing to bet some team is gonna have a Pro Bowl lineman as a backup, just sitting on the bench waiting to go in.
Well, yeah, that's how the NFL works. You never know who's gonna pop off.
Ooh,
look how good Washington's line did there at the end of the year. They were a patchwork of nobodies, and then they solidified and they did well.
I mean, I think we had majority of the same starters on our offensive line the whole year.
Yeah, but name one. Name one who's well known.
Brandon Sheriff, one of the best guards in the game right now.
He's about to be gone.
Maybe. I bet you
they're not going to bring him.
No,
that's too expensive, bro. That's like $13 million for 1 year.
Yeah, but we also have one of the highest fucking cap salary. I think.
I think fifth highest cap. I think we got like 42, 43 million under the cap. And that's with the cap dropping.
Let Brandon Sheriff go, or offer him as a trade to fucking for Deshaun Watson.
Somebody's gonna have to take him, and then offer him a new deal, get him a new deal. If that's before the 2-year deadline. So he'd either hit free agency or we'd have to franchise tag him before the draft.
So Mac Jones, QB out of Alabama, going to the Colts at 21.
That's not happening.
You don't think so?
Not with the Wentz trade.
Not now.
Wentz is only like 27.
Yeah, Wentz wouldn't have gone there.
They might still do it just to have him.
Wentz be a starter, him be a backup.
Starter.
Yeah.
The Eagles came out and said they were gonna have a QB competition, and Carson Wentz was like, "Yep, fuck this, I'm out." He didn't want to do a QB competition. He thinks he deserves to be a starter in the league, so that's why I would assume that's why the Colts.
Well, the Colts will probably start him and pick up Mac Jones as a secondary and have Mac Jones learn under Wentz.
Nah, I wouldn't learn under Wentz yet.
Hey, fellas.
I'm learning to do myself.
I gotta roll out. It's been real.
All right, RC, thanks for having you, or thanks for coming by.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime you want me on, just hit me up. Let me know.
We enjoyed the talk, and stay safe out there on them streets.
Oh, I'll do my best, bro. Y'all be safe.
All right, be easy.
So Sam, which one of these are you looking at? Which mock draft?
The NBC Sports mock draft that came out February 10th.
Okay, so all this is irrelevant because of trades that have happened.
So a new mock draft has come out?
I mean, I would imagine a new one has came out.
Well, this one was like the top one I saw on the search results.
Yeah, so there's another one that shows, obviously, Trevor Lawrence going to Jacksonville, but that was like the whole conversation. Like, I meant more like when I was talking about QBs that can't read defenses. They'll do play action and just try to hit that triangle. That's literally what I don't know, 90% of these college QBs do that doesn't translate. That's why people like Dwayne Haskins and literally numerous other QBs that come into the NFL aren't ready for it because they don't learn how to read defenses. Like all the schools that quote unquote do pro style offense, but yeah, it shows like the Jets taking Zach Wilson. It shows Miami taking Sewell.
Joseph Osai going to the Titans.
Well, it shows Atlanta getting Patrick Surtain.
All right,
Bengals,
boys. I also
Slater.
All right, Staker.
Yep.
Easy, man.
Real, I'll be
Thanks
back.
for having you on the podcast.
Yes.
Are you gonna game?
You what?
Are you gaming?
No, he's going to the bar.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll be on tomorrow though.
Oh, it is fucking Friday, isn't it?
All right.
Shit.
Later, guys.
Chase going to the Eagles. Micah Parsons going to Detroit. Justin Fields going to Carolina, which that one I could see because the whole Teddy Bridgewater scenario, that's who they have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, technically Justin Fields is an upgrade from 2 gloves, but we'll see. I mean, if I had to say, I think Justin Fields is probably one of the better QBs that'll come out of Ohio State. Because like Dwayne Haskins should have never been drafted, in my opinion. But then they have Trey Lance going to Denver.
Denver instead of Washington.
Yep, and then they have an edge rusher going to Dallas. Devontae Smith going to the Giants.
Who's Washington picking up? According
I'll
to
let
that,
you know here in a minute. 49ers picking up offensive lineman Wyatt Davis. The Chargers picking up Kyle Pitts. Vikings pick up Pay. Jalen Waddle going to the Patriots. Caleb Farley going to the Cardinals. Barmore going to Raiders. Dolphins getting Rondale Moore. Alex Leatherwood going to the Washington football team, offensive tackle out of Alabama.
all right, cool. I'm down for an offensive tackle.
Oh, we need one to play. Well, I don't know. Our line was pretty good.
But they do say that it's far more likely for you guys to trade this pick for a starting caliber QB. Like, I don't know. It shows Mac Jones going to Chicago. Tennessee picking up a linebacker out of Alabama. I'm wondering if Jacksonville's going to take, or I wonder if the Patriots are going to take a chance on the tight end out of Penn State.
The Rob Gronkowski did.
What?
The Rob Gronkowski did.
Yeah, Gronk Jr. or Lil Gronk or whatever the hell they call him.
Gronk.
Dude's a monster. Like, I was watching some of his film. He's nutty, for sure. But yeah, I don't know.
So anybody got something else they want to talk about? Any interesting stories that they heard? News-wise, anything like that?
The scalping of Pokemon cards is on the uprise.
Scalping?
Yes.
Jesus.
Scalping.
Such a friendly card game. Gone to such lengths.
Yes. So the shit in Texas. So the whole storm down in Texas, all that shit happened. Well, GameStop, their warehouse is in Texas. So
Yeah.
a lot of people use GameStop for pre-order because they do just put down $5 and you can pay on it as you want until the day you pick it up and then you got to pay for it. So a lot of people use them for pre-orders. The only thing you can't like buy cases from them. You can only buy like an Elite Trainer box or like a collection box.
Right.
So GameStop canceled on a lot of people. Just due to the fact that they had like logistical issues. So like, say if you ordered 10 Elite Trainer boxes from GameStop, they're giving you, I think, maybe 2 per month until like July.
Damn.
Because it's being distributed in waves. But so that was like one of the things that happened.
That's rough, dude. So does that also mean like GameStop, like if you ordered like games or controllers or anything like that? Or do they also have other warehouses?
Outcome to an extent. I mean, I would imagine there's no way that company has just one warehouse.
Right. That would be dumb.
I would just imagine that it caused logistical issues on a widespread, just being as, okay, like you might have several warehouses, but distribution from that was facilitating for other stuff.
Right.
I don't know how their situation worked, but I would imagine that there were some scenarios where stuff kind of went the same way, but it's just kind of one of them things. But actually, did anybody watch Nintendo Direct?
No.
So I just saw a bunch of articles, but I didn't actually look at any of them.
What's up with it? What's up with it?
Nothing really. I mean, it was really like their whole thing about like just stuff coming out.
I heard it was like some of the things I've like heard from it. It's just that it was pretty disappointing. There were a lot of big reveals they were expecting that didn't come.
I heard
yeah. So one of them was
Nintendo and PlayStation are gonna do a cross.
What?
I heard Nintendo and PlayStation were gonna do a cross.
Maybe. I know that they announced that Splatoon 3 will be on the Switch in 2022. If anybody gives a fuck about that game.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Skyward Sword HD will be on the Switch in July. So people were excited about that. You have Mario Golf for the new installment of that game. A bunch of Super Mario themed stuff coming to Animal Crossing. Fall Guys is getting ported to the Switch. Couple things from Xenoblade. Hyrule Warriors is getting an expansion or some DLC. A couple other like indie games or like random games. Monster Hunter is getting a launch on the 26th of March.
That's always a game that I wanted to get.
What?
Monster Hunter.
I have like 2 different versions here at my house.
Word? You're trying to let me borrow one?
Maybe.
PlayStation runs out in 3 days.
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sucks.
I know a lot of people who've played it, but I've looked into it, but it's just way too grindy for me.
Oh really?
I
I figured you'd enjoy the grind, Fox.
Certain grinds. It's only a Call of Duty camo grind.
Well, that's because like Call of Duty is different because like each match is like different. Like it's not like doing the same motions over and over again. It's like doing different. It's like the same but different because you're playing against different people every time. So people are going different routes. People are using different strategies. There's
That's
different
true.
game modes. Yeah, that's what I said. Different grind. But like MMO grinds, it's going to the same location, fighting the same monsters.
Everything's all on an algorithm.
I can attest to that. That's accurate. So Square Enix is actually making a new RPG.
A word?
Called Project Triangle.
Any
It's got
details
similar
on
art
it?
design to Octopath Traveler.
Never heard of
Star Wars Hunter is going to be a free competitive online shooter from the makers of Farmville.
that.
Coming to the Switch. Knockout City. It's an online-based dodgeball game from the creators of Mario Kart.
Dope.
World's End Club. Don't know what the fuck that is. Hades is coming on a physical release in March.
Anime title.
It looks like an anime game, honestly. I was waiting for someone to chime in, see if they knew anything about it.
Never heard of it.
But that was really it. And then Ninja Gaiden's getting a collector's remastered compilation.
Damn, Ninja Gaiden. That's an old ass fucking game.
So it's getting like Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge are all coming to the Switch on June 10th. The big letdowns were the people were glad there was something about Legend of Zelda, that Skyward Sword, I guess, was getting an HD release like they did for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. There is no confirmation on a Breath of the Wild 2, which let a lot of people down. So apparently there's supposed to be some sort of thing about that later this year. And then I guess the bigger one, with it being the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, that they did not announce that there's going to be a Diamond and Pearl remake. Everyone was waiting on that one because this year's the 15th year since that game came out. So that was like the couple of the big letdowns.
I want a reboot of
Neon White is coming out.
I want a reboot of Special Edition Yellow to come out.
Why? They did Fire Red, Leaf Green. They're not going to remake that anytime soon.
Because Yellow was the best.
I know, but they've made it very clear, like the route that they're going. Like they're not remaking like the third editions that they have, like the Platinums or Emerald or whatever. They just did like Fire Red, Leaf Green instead of blue. But then they did fucking Heart Gold and Soul Silver than they did
Omega
Ruby
Ruby,
and
Omega Sapphire.
So now it would traditionally be something with Diamond and Pearl, but there was like a release that happened like a couple days ago that had some concept art for the cover, but nobody knows if it's legitimate or not. But yeah, so it was pretty big letdown for a lot of people because it didn't really have anything that everybody was expecting. Like the probably the biggest thing was the No Breath of the Wild 2 getting announced.
Damn. Sorry,
really
Legend of Zelda fans.
Pretty much been about it. You know what's funny is that I've had that game the entire time I've owned a Switch and I've never played it once. It's not even here. Like someone's literally borrowing the game.
All right, boys. Anything else to add to the agenda? Next week I am going to try and get another guest on. I'm gonna try.
Ooh, are they on the good side or bad side of the law?
I don't know. I want to try and get Country Hoodlum on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cause he's talking to. Oh, nice, bro.
I'm already talking to him about it.
Nice, cause he actually is talking to a old UFC fighter about going to train at his camp. So like,
I'm pretty sure he is. That's what I saw on his Snapchat story a while back.
So like, I just wanna like talk to him, like how he got into it, like what it's taken him, like what goes through his fucking head during a fight.
I mean, honestly, like I can see him doing relatively well, like getting in the actual ring instead of like this backyard bullshit. Because I mean, he seems to have like a decent handle, like when he's in the ring.
Right. So I figured that'd be a cool.
To say, I've seen a couple of his fights, and he's not fighting against the most talented people.
Yeah.
But
he dogs
like
them.
How he carries himself. So we'll see.
I thought that would be like a cool guest to have on, you know. But besides that, I don't really have anything else for tonight. Fox?
No, I can't think of anything else to bring up either.
Winner? Any little tidbits of information? Now you know.
Well, the now you know happened during the Texas thing that their power grid is not tied into the rest of the country.
Well, now you know.
That was the one thing that was news to me, actually.
Right.
That was the first time in a while that I've been like, huh.
Yeah, I guess everyone's just been talking about like their power grid being the problem, but they never really explained why it was such a problem.
The bigger issue with it was that since their grid is not tied in, it's not federally regulated, so they can do whatever they want, even though they have like a body that governs over their power grid who foresaw like this kind of coming. At least they say that now. They go, yeah, you know, we saw the storm coming and, you know, we tried our best, but, you know, our best wasn't good enough. That's kind of the response that I saw in like a video that I watched. But the fact of it not being tied into the rest of the country means that they can go around federal regulations that probably could have alleviated it just based on the fact that there's standards that the rest of the country abides by that they don't.
Yep.
And so that obviously caused a big little stir. Highly doubt that means that they're going to want to continue with the union, but you never know.
We'll see where that goes. We'll give an update on the Texas situation on the next week's episode.
I mean, I just like that place because of taxes.
Actually, Texas is actually a really nice place. We used to go there a lot because my grandparents lived there, like San Antonio, the Riverwalk. Bruh, that shit's dope. But I tried to get on a boat.
Now.
I got sick and threw up all over in front of the Alamo.
Literally haven't been to Texas.
I desecrated the Alamo with my vomit, dog.
You've done that to a lot of places. Actually.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by and watching the podcast. Hope to see you guys next week. Take it easy.